say
Top Billin.
All right, y'all. Seattle finally hired its offensive coordinator, and it happens to be my man Shane Waldron from the Los Angeles Rams. So the first thing I thought about when Shane Waldron was hired was like, damn, that old adage about the NFL being a copycat league or just football in general, that shit is extremely true. It reminds me of that Spider-Man meme when Spider-Man's pointing at the other Spider-Man, and it's just crazy to me. Like, if you think about it, the Rams, now the Seahawks, and the San Francisco 49ers all running or potentially running a version of Kyle Shanahan's offenses. All these guys come from that Kyle Shanahan tree, right? Sean McVay was Kyle Shanahan's guy. Shane Waldron is Sean McVay's guy. You know what they do, right? Seattle and the Rams play each other, seems like every other game. At least last year it did. You're going to get those wide zone schemes. Banger bounce theory is going to be in full effect there. You're going to get a lot of play action, bootleg, rollout type stuff. Now, here's the kicker here. So we don't necessarily know this, though, right? Is he going to run exactly what Sean McVay ran? We don't know. This guy's never called plays before, but he did grow up in that system, so maybe he has a variation of it himself. Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay's offenses aren't exactly identical. They do different things, and I like some of Waldron stuff, right? You got to think he was the passing game coordinator, so I remember watching the Rams, or when I do watch the Rams, they do have a very good empty package that they go to, right? And a lot of the stuff is off of the bootleg game, but they have the empty package, obviously, that would have no bootleg, where they expand and contract, and then they get you just thinking about different stuff. A lot of levels, concepts, and everything like that. This is not going to be a film study. I'll come back and do a film study later. I just wanted to get this out here and get you guys' thoughts there. But as we see here, 11 personnel spreads. They can do some 10 personnel stuff. Waldron would do. I want to see Seattle try to do the 10 personnel stuff here. Obviously run out 11 here with a running back screen. Just creative, right? They'll spread you out and work the quick game, but then they'll go and jump into tendency breakers, which would be 12 personnel type stuff, just a bootleg and go downfield with two-man route combinations and everything of the sort there. So it's giving you a lot of stuff to think about, definitely along the lines of what is going on in the NFL, which makes me think that this is probably something that had John Schneider written to it, maybe thinking about the future. You've Matt LaFleur and all these guys that come from Sean McVay. All these guys are coveted head coaches, especially on the offense side of the ball. So this is what I'm thinking, right? If a guy like this, right now, the OC calling plays, if something were to happen to Pete Carroll or it's time for Pete Carroll to go, I always like it, or just my personal preference here. I love what New Orleans has done over the years with Sean Payton and Drew Brees. Just having to where no matter what changes, the quarterback offensive coordinator won't change because the offensive coordinator will be the head coach. This guy's young, like 40-something years old. So being able to have that, he can grow with whomever the quarterback is in the future. Obviously, you would have to think it would be Russell Wilson. Seems like he's got a long time to go there. Seeing Russell's fit in a scheme like this is going to be cool as well, with a lot of the play action, getting them out on the edges. Not dissimilar to some of the stuff that Schottenheimer was doing, or even the Darrell Bevel, right? A lot of these guys are just West Coast guys. You just got different branches of the tree that they come from, but a lot of the concepts are already installed from Schottenheimer. I like this just for the simple fact that I like those schemes that they run out there in Los Angeles and San Francisco, but I don't like it from a competitive advantage because it's like the Spider-Man meme. Like, to me, is like somebody will come and do something totally different. That would be the way to get over in a division like that. That's a tough-ass division. I'll maintain this. I think San Francisco is the most talented in the division. It probably has the most talented coaching staff. Sean McVay right there, though, with Kyle Shanahan. So getting an extension of that guy, maybe that is the wave of the future. But how are you going to differentiate yourself? That's the only thing that I think about, right? It reminds me of Alabama and Georgia. Georgia forever trying to be like Alabama, no matter what Alabama does, and can't get over the hump of beating Alabama no matter what, because you'll never be as good as the original. But maybe they have a planning process to where this is going to be different. He's able to explain how his stuff is a little bit different with him being the passing game guy, like a Sean McVay. Kyle Shanahan, more of that run game type, right? And these kind of schemes, they normally do have a passing and a run coordinator because it's a very intricate process between those two components there in a scheme like this. But all in all, man, it took a long time, but the end result, I can't say not that bad, not that bad at all. So we shall see there, but I'll definitely double back around and get into the film. I already feel like I got tons of film on the Rams just from studying them with the Seattle Seahawks stuff. So let me know what you think right there in the comment section. You guys were naming a whole bunch of different names, and I don't think anybody named Shane Waldron the last time I was around here doing some Seattle stuff. So let me know what you think about Shane Waldron. It's your boy Murph, the Underground King. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.